Hello and welcome to Car Mechanic Simulator 2015. There's your advertising. Woot woot. Alright. Back to some basic jobbing. Did a flamer last time. Not done a Katagiri Katsumoto for a while. Let's do some of that. Okie dokie. What's in this steel gunmetal grey colour? Let's have a look. Engine is working, but it's choppy. Timing parts and gearbox faults. Alright. We haven't used the test path for a while, generally speaking because cars don't work when we get them, thus making that irrelevant. So let's try some I haven't done this for a while either. Let's do the obie-dee-be-doop. Be-doop-be-doop-be-doop. There's blurry buttons. Let's make your eyes hurt slightly. I do have it on the lower texture settings, to be fair. Okay, there's some stuff, and then the next test. That's right, gotta inhale, exhale even, breathe into the car and see where the air escapes. Okay, that's that. And then the random number dodgy generator doobry doob with its concave switch there and the exciting reflections you get out of it. Alright, oh, fuel pump right down the end there, look. Okay, so has that told us most of those things? We don't need to worry about the gearbox per se. Okay, so we haven't found all the engine's choppy parts though, so that might prove problematic. Yes, I can't remove things in this mode, which seems weird. Oh, I'm in disassemble mode and I still can't remove things. Ah! Yeah, it's because I was doing it wrong. Alright, on fuel rail DI. Let's take all these timing parts. Okay, so we've still got fuel pump, fuel rail, ignition coils, part not discovered. Wonder what that could be. Oh, I wonder. Is it worth testing the air filter? Probably not. But such a simple thing to look at. Looks a bit rubbish. What was that on? I didn't even see it. It was the air filter though, good. Right, so that's that. We still need to find ignition coils. I really can't take stuff out. That seems weird. You have to go between the two modes to see which ones are the dodgy ones. Well, whatever. It's not my problem, is it now? Well, sort of is actually. Belt tensioner, timing belt. I'm just going to have to actually get in there. Still, had most of the bits off anyway. There we go, one timing belt. Right, what else? So, air filter, fuel pump. Alright, so we need to go pop down to the timing bits, that's what I want to look at. That. Belt tension, yes, timing, yes, water pump I4. I've taken the water pump off, have I not? Huh, it looks like the water pump is part of the engine block. That's the power steering pump. Right, so we need to go down to the other end of the car. Fuel pump. Accessible from all wheel side. Oh, on lifter. Oh, I see. Oh, so I'm not on lifter. Going round the car to find the button to put it up on the lifter isn't going to help. It's not on our lifter. Go up. Is there a faster button so it shoots through the roof? Oops. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Alright, what else was there? I've forgotten already. Gearbox problems, was it? Gearbox faults. So, gearbox will require the two front wheels coming off. I assume you can't take the axles off without doing this because the bolt for the axles. Try around the other side though, just for shits and giggles. Yeah, definitely the wheel off. Oop. Big wheel up. Big wheel up. Alright, there we go. Oh, I haven't taken a starter motor off the gearbox, which will probably have to be done from the engine bay. Yeah. Pardon me. Oh, it's not obstructed, really, is it? Just push me out of the way. Right. Starter motor. There we go. And back up again. Alright, so now we should be able to access the gearbox and make all its insides fresh and lovely again. Oh my word, it's chocolatey in here. It's a choc explosion. Oh, it goes, wow, it's chocolatey all the way through. Right, that's the entire clutch of chocolate. Okay. Right, let's buy some bits. Okay, so air filter, yes. Fuel pump, fuel well DI. Fuel pump, fuel well DI. Yeah, and 2 ignition coils. What? And 2. Timing parts, belt tensioner, timing belt, belt tensioner, timing belt, and a water pump I4. Water pump I4, yes, okie dokie. And then we need the clutch. Clutch plate, clutch pressure plate, clutch release bearing, and a flywheel. Alright, put it together, and what have you got? Blibbity blibbity blop. Alright. One gearbox fixed. So, gear. Driving, what's it called them? Drive shafts and axles. All that good stuff. Put the wheel on from the back. This is Pro Wheel attachment. I don't see that shit in garages. What? Doing this stuff that's impossible because you're in a game? You won't see that in real life? No, that's right, you won't. Isn't that a tautology? Oh, I'm surprised you know what a tautology is. Very good. You cheeky twat. Yes, fair point. Right. Fuel pump, last I remember. And the rest of it, I think, requires the car to be Dune. Dune as in my kitchen. So, starter motor before we forget. Oh yeah, air filter as well. And little catches. And then the timing stuff, that's pretty much, that's it. Do 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 do. Auto pump. Idle roller. Belt tensioner. Okay, we've got a fuel rail DI, the intake manifold, and the throttle to go on the end of that, and that I think is it. Tiki tiki oh, say tiki tiki oh. There's slightly important. These little electrical bits deemed important for the engine. Okay, send it on its way. Nice little quick job. That could have gone better. I got some new bits in here. Set it all. It's easier than dealing with the fallout. Right. Super quick car. Any running gear problems? Car is hard to control. Well, it might be quick. Pigs might fly. Yeah, well, another okay coloured car. I know, right? Who am I? The car colour police? Yes. Did you not know? Have I not mentioned that yet? Oh, there's just a few bits there to find. Actually, I wonder if this is worth putting in the path test. Does it work? Oh, it does! Wow! Might as well use the bloody path test so we can get a car to go into it. Right then. Go forward, wait for it to tell you to press brake. Press brake. And move forward. Press brake when it tells you to. Okay. Brakes are okay, but then I was expecting that. And this is the jiggly bit is where I'm expecting to get some results. Jiggly jiggly. Oh, look at the state of that. The diff shows that they're not correctly, I don't know, coordinated or set up or something, I guess. Highlights the fact that they're not set up right. So the back's not so bad, but the front, oof. So there we go, we've got a whole bunch of stuff. We've got a rubber bushing on 0, but that makes a horrible noise. So that's some stuff that helps. Let's get on a lift up. I have to wait for it to lift up before I can press O again. Get this list up. So some of the stuff hasn't been discovered, some has. Car is hard to control. Now we didn't do that. We might find some of those things with our testing. Although hard to control is probably more likely steering or brakes or stuff. You can see those sort of steering-y bits here. But just because, let me go through this range of pointlessness. Blurry, low textured little things. Okay, that tells us nothing. No, I don't think this should tell us anything either. The random number generator might help us with some electrical components. But theoretically there shouldn't be anything wrong with this. Nope. So let's see if any electrical systems have any problems. No, okay, fair enough. I didn't think that would be very useful. Still, it highlights some of the issues, not that they really needed highlighting. So, checking out suspension. So the usual palaver is press the right buttons, is to remove the wheels, a la a brake examination, and then have at it. Take out all the chocolate. Or stuff related to chocolate that you need to remove. So that sway bar needs to come out, so you need to take out these. That one needs to be removed anyway, so that works. The rest of this looks fine. Double check that the wheel hub looks okay. It's not rusty from... Oh, it is. You see just a smidgen of rust in there. So that means that the wheel hub's probably knackered. You can see it here, look. Wheel hub bearing. Have to take the axle out for that one. Looks at it. There we go, yeah. Always worth checking. Especially, it was less obvious in the previous game from last year that when things were chocolatey, but this time it's really obvious, the chocolatiness. There you can see it again, this wheel hub. Let's take the axle out. Oh, hang on, is that just... Ah, the wheel hub bearing's fine, it's the whole front hub, so I'm going to take the brakes off to get to that. This whole side looks a bit dead, doesn't it? Take the sway bar off while we're here. Take that cap off. I'm going to take the whole thing off to get to this anyway. Oh, I need to take these off as well. Let's get to the steering rack. Excuse me. Alright. Okay, we need to get the car up to get that off, to get this off. Okay, so that's the front finished for now. Let's get into the rear. As the actress said to the bishop. No, I can get that off though. But that has to come from underneath. Possibly take all the bits off too. Oh, there's a bushing. Is that the one that's on 0? No. Not seen that one yet. Oh, there's one. No, not going to tell me what that one was on. Okay. Whoop. Right. There you go, that's a bit knackered. That's a bit knackered. There's a bushing. That was the 0% one. Sway bar rear end link. What's this? That's to come out from underneath. The rest of this looks okay. Did I check the back of the other one? I didn't. It's slightly different at the back. Oh, it needs to come off though, doesn't it? Oh, that's... So lifting it up. Oh, no, that was the button. Pow! Whoop, this side. Whoop, whoop. So, let's get you off. Let's wait and find out what I need to remove to get you... Oh, nothing's highlighting. I'm in assemble mode! Yeah! Oh, of course I need to take these off first. Why didn't I think of that before? Oh, there's another bushing, look. A small rubber bushing. Oh, what's that in there? Nothing, just a bit of brake stuff. Right, so I think that's the rear sorted. Let's get this front bit done. I'll take this off. I'm in assemble mode. I automatically put myself in assemble mode for some reason. It's going to be useful when I'm assembling. Less so at the moment. Alright, I think that's most of the bits out. Is there anything on this side I need to take out? Nothing obvious. Okay, let's check the list. Car's hard to control, so you need to have all of those. Well, it's hard to know whether I've got them all out or not, because of course when you've listed them, you haven't found them by taking the piece out, so... If you just go around discovering everything as you take the pieces out, you know you've taken the piece out, because you've discovered it when you took the piece out. Yeah. Alright, well let's assume that we've got them all, and start purchasing. Front shock absorber cap. Front steering knuckle A, front sway bar. Front steering knuckle A, front sway bar. Front wheel hub, 2 outer tie rods. Front wheel hub, 2 outer tie rods. Rear shock absorber cap. Rear suspension arms A and B. Rear suspension arm A. Oops. Rear suspension arm B. Rear suspension upper arm. Rear suspension upper arm. That's 3 rubber bushings and a small rubber bushing. Whoops. 3 rubber bushings. A small rubber bushing, a spring cap, and a steering rack. A spring cap and a steering rack. Sway bar, rear end link, and a wheel hub bearing. Rear end link and a wheel hub bearing. Good. Alright, next list. Excuse me. Inner tie rod. Trust it's not getting me to buy 2. Not that it really matters at 30 buckaroonies. 2 outer tie rods, 2 sway bar front link, 2 outer tie rods. Sway bar something something. Sway bar front end link A's. And then it wants another rear end link for some reason. Don't really trust that, but still. Buy them all now, don't have to worry about them. Bring up the tablet by mistake. Right, let's do some putting back in. That's what you call it, isn't it? It's the official title for it. Putting back in an inerty-ness. Good. Random warbling. Yep. Putting it all back together again. It's the putting it back together again song. Yeah, any of those will do, thanks. Any of the billions I've got that I don't need. Why can't I put the axle on yet? Oh, I haven't got this little hub in yet, have I? Alright, oh, there's the wheel. sound putting a wheel on makes. If you've never been to mechanics before. Yeah, I've got more outer tie rods than God himself. Well, perhaps. Never mind, they don't cost much. I'll get some of that cash back when I sell everything without thinking, because I can't be asked to sort it all out. Brakes. And then finally, one big wheel. Oh, no wheel yet. Oh, I haven't got a sway bar link on here, have I? Yeah, that's all usually what I forget on the suspensions. There we go. Now I can put a nice chunky wheel on and just wave our bolt thingy in front of it until the bolts stick back on magically. Magically, apparently. Oh. Who knew? Alright. Oh. There we go. A new bolt. And some rubber bushings I should keep my eye out for as well. I'm probably going to have to struggle to find. Oh, there's one. And that's that. A little sway bar linky doobs. There we go. Whoop, that's a wheel. Alright. Looking good. This is a nice quick job, wasn't it? Oh, that's no good. Why do I not have rear suspension upper arm? Rear suspension. I'm pretty sure I remember buying one. Whatevs? Whatevs? Is that really it? Crikey. There's lots of rubber bushings to put back in though. Well, at least a couple more. There's one. Oh, fuel pump, was that a thing? That was the last vehicle, wasn't it? So, what have we got left? One small bushing and rear suspension arm A. Oh, rear suspension arm A. Under here? Yeah, there it is. Is that it? Ah, but it's missing from the other side, is it? No. That's suspension arm B. Oh, rear suspension arm A should be underneath. Well, I don't have the option to put it on. What am I missing? Little rubber bushing, look. There we go. Alright, so that's that. Car size control, got all those. That might be... Oh, hang on a minute. I was going to say that might be all of it, but I just saw... forgot to put on... Once I put on that lower suspension arm, of course, it has the springs on top of it. They're on the other side, aren't they? Yes. Okay. So, I'm feeling less confident about that might being done, but still, let's try it out. Pop down the hood, give it a little wipe, and then try and send it on its way. Oh yeah, job done. Awesome. Alright. So there's a couple of quick-ish jobs. Thanks for watching, etc. Wow, look at the clock. Well, I suppose it might be leatherette or something, but it's actually reflecting some hazard sign. Look, see, it's here, reflecting the hazards. So if there aren't any hazards there for it to reflect. So it's actually reflecting these. Which is a little bit weird, isn't it? A little bit weird. Anyway, that's enough waffle. See you next time for, well, you know, probably more waffle to be honest. Hey!